Well, that wind out there certainly ruffled a few feathers today. Check this out. National Weather Service in Seattle tweeted a photo of a hawk today as wind started to pick up there. Looks like it might have seen a little bit of rain. Yep.
Yeah.
Is there something in its beak?
It's fur. That's what it is. So I don't know if it's...
I forget what they call that when they're picking at themselves, trying to straighten themselves out.
True. Yeah, it might be feathers.
It wasn't so much I mean, it was the wind maybe a little bit earlier, but now you can see out the window. It's the rain now.
True. Yeah. The big story here for the rest of the night will be more of the rain. But we were talking about that big system earlier today. We called it a bomb cyclone. Of course, you have to have your center of low pressure drop by 24 millibars within 24 hours. And millibars, a measure of pressure in the atmosphere. And really, the lower the pressure, the stronger the winds become. And they usually talk about that down into the southeast when they're talking about hurricanes and tropical weather. But with this system right here, of course, with the drop in pressure, we saw those winds really pick up. And then we had this front move on by, which is usually where you have an area of wind maximum or where you have a quick burst of wind once it pushes on through. And that's probably what helped us to maybe create some of that damage that we saw in shoreline earlier today. Well, the front is moving on through, and we're still expecting our pressure to remain pretty low. Now, the deeper the blues and even some of these pinks that you see, the lower the pressure. And again, we just talked about it. The lower the pressure, the stronger the wind. So on into Sunday and mainly Monday through Sunday morning, we will see another slow area of low pressure come through, and that might help to kick up those winds again for us as we head into the day there. But for tonight, winds should continue to weaken. But boy, they did help us out today as they came out more out of the southeast, which helped to warm things up. Upper 60s, even lower 70s. Renton all the way up to 70 degrees today for a high. 55, really rainy out there with a southeast wind at 10 miles per hour. Current temperatures have cooled down from some of those high numbers earlier today. 54 in Bremerton, 55 in Mount Vernon, right now sitting at 56 in Hoquiam. Now the winds, for the most part, are not too high, but we still have some higher amounts closer to Everett and right now at Whidbey Island at 21 and 18 miles per hour. 13 out of the east in Hoquiam at 8 as you get closer to Quileute. And as far as some of the gusts, 30 in Everett, 24 in Oak Harbor, and 21 in Forks. Now we expect as we go into the night, a lot of the wind to be generally around 10 to maybe 20 miles per hour. You can see that closer to Puget Sound, and where you see more of the blues, maybe some very light yellows, that things are not going to be too windy when it comes to any of that. But once you start to see some of the oranges and even some red showing up here as we head on into your Sunday, that's when we could see some of those stronger winds. On to the rain again. We're seeing that up and down the I-5 corridor going up from Everett, Bellingham, down here to Tacoma, and also in Olympia. Steady and heavy rain at that too. System will continue to head its way farther to the east, and we still have some stronger winds that could be possible here along the coast, but that will end for us heading up into midnight tonight for your wind advisory. So here we go. Rain heading its way on out. We'll get a break, but then another wave comes through as we go into tomorrow night into Saturday for a pretty rainy day heading into Saturday. Sunday rainy too, with cooler temperatures ahead on into next week.